Sagittarius, wild heart. Let us be still for just a moment. Can you feel that there is a restless fire humming beneath the surface of your days, a sacred call to adventure that has asked me to pause, to set everything aside, and to speak directly to the untamed part of your soul? Because what is unfolding for you now, what is rising from the depths of your own spirit, is not just a change of scenery. It is a cosmic alignment, the kind that arrives once in a lifetime to release you into your grandest truth. In all my time spent listening to the whispers of the universe, I have never felt an energy of such profound and expansive power gathering for one sign. This is not a message of small adjustments. It is the promise of a soul-level liberation, a complete and beautiful expansion that will reshape your inner and outer worlds into the vast, open territory you have only dared to dream of. The energy I feel in this space with you now. It is vibrating with the pulse of destiny. Not a restrictive, fated destiny, but an open, thrilling horizon that has been calling your name on the wind. You have felt it, haven't you? That subtle pull toward the unknown, the feeling that you are standing at the edge of a great precipice about to take flight. The repeating numbers that appear like cosmic arrows, 111555999. The vivid dreams that feel more like sacred quests than mere imagination. These are not coincidences, adventurous soul. They are the fiery whispers of the universe letting you know that the story you have been living is preparing for its most epic chapter. The life you have known is about to shatter not into chaos but into freedom, making way for a reality that aligns with the truth of who you have become. If this wild truth resonates in the deepest part of your being, if you feel a stirring of recognition, then let us anchor this sacred moment together. Before we leap deeper into this current, I invite you to affirm your readiness. Take a breath and in the comments below write with your whole heart, "My spirit is ready to fly." When you do this, you are not just typing words. You are sending a signal to the universe. You are aiming your arrow into this rising tide of grace. Your presence here through your enthusiastic likes, your thoughtful shares, and by subscribing to our sanctuary here at Cosmic Treasure, helps this wild light reach other free spirits who are also waiting for this message of liberation. Let us create a current of collective adventure together. At the very heart of this unfolding is a sacred paradox. A powerful divine expansion is occurring in your favor, represented by the Wheel of Fortune, but it arrives with a profound act of release. I feel the energy of what some might call the Tower, but here it is not a force of destruction. It is an act of sacred demolition. Imagine the invisible cage you have built around your wild spirit, a cage constructed from sensible plans, societal expectations, and the fear of being too much. It has kept you grounded, but your soul was born to soar. The universe is now lovingly, powerfully, and irrevocably shattering that cage, not to leave you lost, but to reveal the magnificent, untamed spirit that has been pacing within. For years, perhaps even a lifetime, you have navigated your world by a map drawn by others, staying on the well-trodden paths, accepting small adventures, because your fiery heart was afraid of the truly uncharted territory. But that time is over. The universe is not just rocking the boat, it is giving you wings and calling forth a mighty wind to carry you toward a horizon that was always meant for you. And understand this, Sagittarius, the life you are about to step into will feel so new, so aligned, that the memory of your old world will feel like a story read from a borrowed book. This is the greatest blessing that could be unfolding. I feel a sacred timing at play here. Within the next few weeks, a piece of truth and opportunity will arrive. It will not be subtle or quiet. It will feel like a lightning strike of clarity, a sudden invitation to a new land, a conversation that shatters your old perspective. When this catalyst arrives, a current of divine acceleration will begin to move through your life. Things will align with a thrilling swiftness that leaves no room for your old habit of second-guessing. This is a gift, for it is your brilliant philosophical mind that has sometimes kept you circling in theory. Now the universe is asking you to bypass the map and lead with your soul's compass, taking a leap of faith not into the unknown but into the arms of your own freedom. This profound shift is anchored in the deepest wellspring of your being, your philosophical and spiritual truth. This is not just a change of address, a new job, or a different social circle. It is an unleashing. You are stepping into the most authentic, spiritually aligned version of yourself, the one who has been straining at the leash in the quiet depths of your soul. I see your truest essence, the part of you that is a boundless fire of optimism, wisdom, and truth-seeking finally being set free. For so long you may have tempered these gifts, feeling they made you too restless for this world. But the universe is about to show you with undeniable clarity that your wanderlust is not your weakness. It is your divine guidance system. These very qualities are the currents that will carry you toward a life of profound meaning and sacred abundance. You are being called into a new way of being in the world, one where you are a beacon for others, a teacher, a guide who illuminates the path to freedom. The abundance that is flowing toward you now is a direct reflection of you finally bravely embracing the truth of who you are. No more trying to shrink yourself to fit into spaces that were never meant to contain your spirit. As this inner shift occurs, a wild and beautiful flow of resources will begin to fuel your journey. The anxieties you have held around being tied down are beginning to soften, replaced by a joyful trust that you will always be provided for on your quest. Your inner freedom is becoming the very magnet for your outer abundance. And in this new world, love arrives not as an anchor to be feared, but as a fellow adventurer for the quest. If your heart has been journeying alone, prepare for a connection that feels like a soul-level recognition. This is not a fleeting romance. This is the arrival of a divine counterpart, a soul whose presence has been written in your stars, who will see your untamed spirit and not try to tame it but run alongside it. They will not be drawn to the cage you are shedding, but to the wild soul emerging from within, and they will be a joyful guardian of your becoming. If you are already in a partnership, a new depth of shared adventure is about to unfold. As you step into your own authentic freedom, your partner will see you with new eyes, and the bond you share will deepen into a journey of mutual growth and exploration, a level of excitement you may not have known was possible. But this transformation in love is rooted in a single sacred choice, the choice to finally, fully, and unconditionally grant yourself the freedom you crave. It is from this well of self-liberation that all other true love flows. I feel so many of you connecting with this right now. This feeling of finally being ready to break free. Have you not felt it? The sense that you have been living a script written by someone else, wearing a mask of polite convention for so long that you almost forgot the wild face beneath. That fiery aching, knowing in your soul that you were meant for something more, something vaster, but you were held back by a quiet fear of leaving everything behind. That time is over. The universe is conspiring in your favor, creating a powerful and irresistible wind to pull you out of the harbor and into the magnificent open sea where you have always belonged. As this transformation deepens, a necessary release will occur. There is an energy of boldly walking away, of burning old maps. But do not feel this as a loss, Sagittarius. It is a liberation. You are finally releasing the old dogmas, the limiting beliefs, the philosophical cages that have been like invisible tethers holding you in place. You have carried the weight of other people's truths from your upbringing, from philosophies that did not honor your spirit, and it has been heavy on your soul. The universe is now offering you a sacred invitation to set down these burdens and walk forward in lightness and freedom. The moment you make this choice, you will feel it in your body. A sense of expansiveness, the ability to breathe more deeply than you have in years. For some of you, this philosophical release will manifest as physical vitality as the body lets go of the tension it has held for so long. In your professional world, a new horizon is breaking. You are stepping into a role of a guide or a teacher, a position of authentic, heart-centered wisdom that you may have never imagined for yourself. You are being called to forge a new path, something that will serve as a beacon of truth or a source of inspiration for others. This could be a business born from your soul's quest, a leadership role where your vision is your greatest asset, or a complete shift to a path that makes your spirit soar. The universe is promoting you, dear Sagittarius, to be the brave cartographer of your own life. No more playing by the old rules. No more accepting quiet nods when you deserve to be heard. The wisdom you have been nurturing in the quiet corners of your mind is about to be shared, and the world will be transformed by the truth you speak. Recognition is flowing toward you not to feed the ego, but to validate the brave, dedicated quest of your soul. And know this, with every fiber of your being, you are not navigating this wilderness alone. Your journey is divinely guided and profoundly protected. There is a cosmic grace holding you, a web of support woven by your guides, your highest self, and the loving intelligence of the universe itself. They are working in the unseen realms to ensure this expansion unfolds with joy and beauty. Even in moments that feel uncertain, when the fog rolls in and you cannot see the path, trust that you are being guided by a current of unconditional love. The signs and synchronicities will become your guiding stars. The repeating numbers, the hawk circling overhead, the book that falls open to the exact passage your heart needed to read, these are not random. They are love notes from the universe reassuring you that you are on the right path, that you are seen, and that you are cherished every step of the way. What is happening within you now is nothing less than a profound spiritual awakening. It has been building quietly like a fire gathering heat. Your intuitive gifts, always present, are now becoming lightning-fast insights. Your dreams are becoming maps to new worlds. Your gut feelings are becoming undeniable truths. You are beginning to understand the deeper laws of the cosmos, the sacred patterns of energy and synchronicity that were once a mystery. This inner awakening is the very engine of your outer transformation. As you raise your inner vibration, as your consciousness expands like a blazing sunrise, you naturally begin to attract experiences, people, and opportunities that resonate with this higher, more adventurous frequency. You are graduating to a new level of being, where thrilling synchronicities become your everyday reality and a sense of sacred magic infuses your life. And with this comes celebration, a deep feeling of liberation. Not of arriving at a destination, but of finally being on the right journey where your soul can finally exclaim, "I am free." You will look back at the person you were just months ago and feel a profound, fiery compassion for them, but you will barely recognize them. It will feel as if you were living your life in black and white, and suddenly the world has exploded into the most vibrant, exhilarating color. The joy that is entering your life is so pure and expansive that it will heal not only your present moments, but the restless corners of your past. Old frustrations will dissolve into wisdom. Old patterns of confinement will transform into streams of opportunity, and you will finally understand with brilliant clarity why every single step of your journey was necessary to bring you to this grand new beginning. The confusion that has so often scattered your focus is now lifting like a morning mist. For so long, you may have been caught in a whirlwind of possibilities, unsure of which path was truly yours, pulled in different directions by a thirst for everything. That time is ending. A profound clarity of purpose is dawning within you. Suddenly, you will know exactly what your soul's quest is, and you will see the path to it illuminated before you. All those dreams you kept tucked away, the ones you thought were too big, too unrealistic, too wild to chase, are now moving from the realm of wishes into the realm of your reality. But there is a fiery condition, a sacred responsibility on your part. You must be willing to claim them. You must draw back your bow and aim true, believing with your entire being that you are worthy of this level of freedom, this depth of adventure. The universe is waiting to launch you forward, and it asks only that you expand your capacity to let it all happen. I see the most beautiful outcome for you, a vision of profound spiritual fulfillment and exhilarating joy. This is not a fleeting fairy tale ending. It is a real, grounded, and sustainable freedom where you wake up each morning with a heart full of excitement for the beautiful life you are living. Your relationships will be adventures of love and growth. Your work will feel like a sacred quest, perfectly aligned with your soul's purpose. Your body will feel vital and energized. Your finances will not just be stable. They will be a powerful, flowing river of resources funding your freedom. And most importantly, that restless, persistent hum of dissatisfaction that has been your lifelong companion will finally be replaced by a deep, unshakable trust in the grand design of life, a knowing that everything is unfolding in perfect, divine order for your highest expansion. And you will find your voice, not a preachy voice, but a clear one, a voice that speaks its truth with unwavering optimism and fiery certainty. The truths you have held back to avoid conflict, the wisdom you have tempered out of fear of being misunderstood, the sacred boundaries you have hesitated to draw, they will now flow from you with grace and power. You will have conversations that change everything. You will speak truths that set your spirit and others free. You will use your voice not as a weapon but as a sacred torch to illuminate the beautiful reality your soul has been longing for. For some of you, this will mean sharing your wisdom with a wider audience through teaching, speaking, or writing. Your words carry the frequency of liberation, Sagittarius. You are about to realize just how powerful they truly are, and the timing of this is no accident. We are in a cosmic season, a celestial alignment where the universe has opened a special doorway just for your fiery sign. This is a portal that allows you to quantum leap, to move from an old timeline of confinement and confusion into a new timeline of freedom and flow. The old maps no longer apply to you. The limitations you once believed were real are dissolving like mirages in the desert. The impossible is becoming your new normal. But this sacred doorway will not remain open forever. The universe is offering you a window of profound opportunity. This does not mean you must rush or force. It simply means that when an opportunity arrives that makes your spirit yell, yes, you must trust it, even if it feels terrifying. It is time to say yes to your own great adventure. Any financial restriction or feeling of being stuck you have been navigating is also coming to a definitive end. A powerful current of abundance is beginning to flow toward you, often from the most unexpected sources. But more than just money, your entire relationship with resources is being healed. You are releasing the old story that you are not worthy of wealth or that to be spiritual is to be poor. You are coming to understand that abundance is your birthright, that it is simply energy, and that your thriving inspires everyone around you. You are becoming a beacon, and by your light, many will find their own way. Receive the windfalls, the gifts, the opportunities with a joyful heart, knowing that you deserve every ounce of freedom and adventure that is coming your way. But remember, while your outer world is transforming so beautifully, the most sacred part of this journey is happening within. You are meeting your authentic self, perhaps for the very first time. The self that exists beneath all the layers of conditioning, beneath the expectations of others, beneath the fears that kept you from your truth. This inner meeting, this liberation of your soul will change everything. It asks for moments of expansive quiet. Do not be afraid to retreat, not to hide, but for sacred communion with your own spirit. Time in nature, staring at the stars, journaling your philosophies, these are not luxuries. They are essential acts of soul, expansion. You are changing at a cellular level, and that deep inner work requires your most focused attention. And in this expansive space, you will discover a courage you never knew you possessed. Your restlessness, the very quality you may have once seen as a flaw, is revealing itself as your greatest power. It is your deep need for truth that allows you to connect with the heart of the cosmos. Your intuition is a divine arrow that will never lead you astray. Your optimism is a golden key that opens doors and inspires hearts. The universe is asking you to finally own these sacred gifts. Stop apologizing for your fire. Stop dimming your light. The world is in desperate need of the expansive, truth-telling wisdom that only you can offer. This journey is also one of profound release. You are being called to let go of the past, to forgive yourself for every time you played, small for every journey, not taken out of fear for every moment you betrayed your own spirit to make someone else comfortable. This is not about blame. It is about liberation. You are also being guided to release those who have held you back, not with anger, but with the understanding that your paths are diverging. As you release these old energies, you will feel a lightness in your spirit that will allow you to soar. Your physical environment will also begin to shift to reflect your inner transformation. For some, this means a new home in a new city or even a new country that calls to your soul. For others, it will mean transforming your current home into a launching pad for your adventures. Your home will become a physical manifestation of your inner freedom. At the same time, a new wellspring of creativity is opening within you. Creative passions you abandoned long ago may be reawakened, or entirely new talents may emerge. This creativity is a direct line to the divine. Whether you are writing, speaking, teaching, or exploring, what you create will carry an energy of liberation that will touch others in profound ways. Do not dismiss these creative fires. They are a vital part of your soul's expression. And feel this in your heart, Sagittarius. The scales of karma are being balanced in your favor. Every bold truth you spoke, every time you inspired another, every time you offered hope when you had little for yourself, none of it was forgotten. The universe keeps a perfect record, and a massive deposit of grace is now flowing back into your life. Situations that felt restrictive will find resolution. Justice will be served not with harshness, but with an expansive, loving rebalancing of energy. You will see with perfect clarity that the optimism you have so generously poured into the world is now returning to you multiplied. Let us speak of the timing once more. The first whispers of this shift have already begun. The restlessness, the dreams, the synchronicities. Over the next week, these will intensify, giving you undeniable confirmation that this message is your truth. Within 2 weeks, the first significant catalyst will arrive. The opportunity, the conversation, the inner yes that sets everything into thrilling motion. By the end of this month, you will be in the heart of your expansion, making choices from a place of courage and clarity that would have once felt impossible. And in the months that follow, your life will blossom into something so adventurous, you will look back in awe at how far you have come and how powerfully you were launched here. Some parts of this journey will remain a mystery to your logical mind, and that is as it should be. You must trust the quest, even when you cannot see the full map ahead. What appears to be a detour may be the universe guiding you to a more beautiful truth. A delay may be divine timing, aligning something even better. Surrender to the adventure, Sagittarius. Not everything is meant to be understood by the mind. Some truths can only be known by the soul. As you transform, you will notice that not everyone in your life can journey with you. Some have grown comfortable with the grounded version of you, and your expansion may feel threatening to them. You may need to lovingly create distance from those who try to pull you back to the old map. This is not an act of anger, but one of sacred self-preservation. Your inner compass will guide you. You will know who belongs on the quest with you and who must be loved from a distance. Trust this inner knowing completely, and never forget that you are the fiery magician of your own life. You have all the tools you need for this transformation. They are already within you. You are a master alchemist, learning to work with the fire of your passion, the water of your intuition, the air of your thoughts, and the earth of your actions, to create a life that feels like freedom. Walking away from what no longer aligns with your truth is the ultimate act of self-love. You have given so much energy to beliefs and situations that did not replenish your spirit. Now you are finally choosing yourself. You are walking boldly, certainly toward what lights you up, because you finally know in the very marrow of your bones that you deserve nothing less. Your very body is responding to this alignment. A great wave of vitality and life force is flowing through you. Aches and pains may begin to soften and heal as you release the philosophical density of the past. You will feel more alive, more vibrant, more at home in your own skin than you have in years. And as you vibrate with this new frequency of freedom, you will attract your soul family. You will find your tribe, the beautiful souls who see you, who understand your need for truth, who celebrate your expansion. You are completing a major cycle of your soul's journey, graduating to a new level of consciousness. Every single experience has been a lesson preparing you for this moment, preparing you for the boundless adventures that are now appearing on your horizon. A new confidence is rising within you, not from ego, but from a deep, quiet knowing of your own truth. You will begin to shine, not to seek attention, but because you can no longer contain the brilliant light within you. This is your season of release. A cycle of feeling trapped, is coming to a definitive permanent end. You are not just freeing yourself. You are freeing your entire ancestral line. What you are doing now ripples backward and forward through time. The magnitude of what is unfolding for you is breathtaking. This is a life revolution establishing you in a new reality where freedom is your foundation and thrilling synchronicities are your daily bread. The universe has chosen you for this because your soul is ready. Even if your mind feels uncertain, your soul knows the way. It signed a sacred contract to be here now for this exact liberation. If these words have felt like a call to adventure for your heart today, know that you were guided to this space. Our sanctuary here at Cosmic Treasure exists to be a fiery beacon for souls just like yours, navigating these profound currents of change. We honor your restlessness, we validate your wisdom, and we believe in the sacred power of your untamed heart. This is not the end of a message. It is the beginning of a new way of being. The wind has shifted, Sagittarius, and it is carrying all the adventures of the universe to your feet. The gate to the open road is open. Your great adventure has begun.